It feels like over the past decade in the gaming industry, there are countless examples, specifically of women, even if the character models are beautiful, the people that they hire to come in and do the face scans to play these characters, they might be stunning, they might be gorgeous, but at the end of the day, after the studio gets their hands on them, they turn out looking pretty ugly for some reason. And we've been told, well, there's no agenda at play. That's not happening. You're just insane. How could that possibly be the case? Despite the fact that we can find example after example of this happening in the modern day gaming industry. Well, wouldn't you know it, somebody that's been working on these games is admitting that very same thing, despite the fact that this person doesn't want to add fuel to the Gamergate fire. Even they are forced to admit that this is something that's been happening in gaming for a long, long time. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League character artist confirms industry bias against attractive female characters. It's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties. Now, I would say it doesn't just have to do with black women. We've seen a lot of that. Think about the character model for the new Star Wars game for Ubisoft, how they look in reality versus how they look in the game. It seems like there's an agenda. It seems like it's very, very intentional. And now you have people inside the industry that are kind of confirming that exact same thing. According to a developer who has no love for the people or ideologies who regularly raise the issue, the Western video game industry does in fact hold a very real bias against beautiful female characters. Confirmation of this fact was provided by Del Walker, an industry character artist whose credits include notable titles like Batman Arkham Knight, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Last of Us Part 2, and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Man, we know that one from recent memory, don't we? Retweeting a picture of English footballer Bukayo Saka's girlfriend, Talami Benson, wearing a jacket emblazoned with Arsenal right-winger's original jersey number, Walker recalled, "There's been a handful of time I've pitched black women characters that look like this, then after 10 iterations, the concept or model comes back without a speck of the original beauty that I pitched." And this is the person who he's talking about. He even does a later comparison when he tweets something like this out. "I'm not talking about mild changes. I'm talking about the pose, aura, style, softness, age, flair. I hate giving Gamergate men fuel, but it's very difficult to pitch beautiful or vain black women in games without them coming back like grocery store aunties. There is room for both." Now, I don't think he's saying that this is specifically the model that he used for a character like this necessarily. He's just using it as an example of what happens when you do pitch these things. And he's limiting his analysis to black characters. I don't think that that is the case at all. And again, if you take a look through this guy's profile, you could tell he has no love for anybody that might have been pushing back against this or pushing back against wokeness or DEI in video games. And that's why he says, "I don't want to add fuel to the fire." Well, he did exactly that, because even he is confirming that this stuff has been going on for a long time. And somebody replied like this: "Dude, a friend of mine, an Asian woman, was telling me how this happens when she designs Asian women for Western games. They always have her work redesigned by a Western artist to look more stereotypical, then pat themselves on the back for good representation." He replies, "Yes, they also assume adding stereotypical ethno features with a blunt force is some sort of Hail Mary when a range of diversity exists inside of diversity." Man, it's weird. Everybody that said clearly there's something going on, clearly they're doing this on purpose, clearly this is intentional, to do something and not make these women as beautiful as they should be. Maybe because so many females working in AAA game development right now, maybe they think they don't want to set an unrealistic standard for women, even though beautiful women exist in the world. Maybe just not working at these AAA gaming studios. Well, there you have it from the horse's mouth. These are the types of things they do constantly, all of the time. They can't help themselves. And over again, we call it out and they say nothing's happening, while people in the industry are trying to tell you that, yes, this is happening and it is a problem. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.